By the end of this video, you're going to know if AI is coming for you. Now, as a business owner, particularly one in relationship-based, knowledge-based consulting, coaching, or expert businesses, there's, of course, this huge threat/opportunity with AI. So let's have a look at, is it a threat or is it an opportunity for your business? And the answer is it's both, depending on how you use it. So let's jump in. So is AI coming for me? Well, that depends on whether you ignore it or whether you use it. So if you ignore AI and just wish it would go away, then almost certainly that's a bad omen that things aren't going to go well for your business. Now, you can bury your head in the sand, fine, but don't expect good results. That said, nearly all of us actually do use it. We know how valuable it is, and that's the first step. If we can actually use it ourselves, we can speed up so much of the stuff that we do, and we get the hang of it. And so that is basically step one, use it yourself. All right, now step two is, do I just focus on me or do I focus on my clients? And the important thing here is to, yes, use it for yourself for sure to get started, but that's not going to keep AI at a safe distance. It's not going to keep AI away, and it's not going to use AI in a way that's going to make it compelling for your clients to stay with you. So yes, if you're just doing it for yourself, it's not going to be probably that long a run. But what you need to start doing is thinking about, how can I use what I have learned myself and make it easy for my clients? Because clients turn to you for leadership. Clients turn to you for answers. And they may not even know the questions yet. They're just going, there's this AI thing. What is going on? So it's up to you as the expert, the consultant, the leader, to say, look, I have wrapped my head around some of this. Here are some ways that you can use AI to help with the things that I'm teaching you to do. And so for me, what I have found is that for the last 12 or 18 months, I have released my ChatGPT prompt stack. So in the early days of me getting my head around ChatGPT, I experimented with all these prompts, I put them into practice, I learned what I could from everywhere I could, and then I released them to my clients. And so what that meant is that clients were then going, whoa, even though they didn't fully understand AI, they could put this stuff into practice and see things created right in front of their eyes 100 times faster than they could do all on their own. So have a think about how you can make it easy for your clients to do things. Now, the third thing I want you to keep in mind is, if you're just using ChatGPT for content, that's really good. That's a stepping stone. So we've got phase one, we've got phase two, now we're at phase three. Once you've trained ChatGPT to understand your business, your clients, your offer, and your writing style, it's great to create content. It's going to speed life up for you. But that's a little bit self-centered. What we want to do is extend that even further and work out, how can we actually make this easier for our clients or our prospects? And so most of the time that you write content, it is designed to basically share some expertise, help them learn something, whatever. So it's very passive, generally speaking. They sit down, they watch a video, or they read some content. What we want to do is turn that into an active form and actually give the prospect or the client the tools to do it themselves. And the best way that I found to achieve that is to create a custom GPT to help perform a specific task. So whether it's free or paid, it depends on whether obviously they're their clients or prospects. But I would look to create some tools that your content talks about. Say, for example, you're a mortgage broker and you talk about the things to consider when you're buying an investment property. Well, a custom GPT is going to take it to the next level and you'll make that GPT available to a prospect. You'll say, click the link, start using the GPT, and the GPT is going to ask questions like, hey, what's the equity you've got? Hey, what's the income you've got? All of these types of questions. Where do you look to buy? Blah, 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 blah. And so then the GPT can actually do the calculations and do that work so that the prospect has achieved something without just sitting passively listening to a video or watching it or sort of listening, reading the article. So team, when those three things, when you go through those three phases, start using it yourself, start using it for clients, and then start making clients use it as an actionable tool, not just passive content. You really want to make this stuff so good that it can actually replicate you. There's no hiding from the fact that AI is going to be smarter than humans, I think by next year, 2026. And there's no hiding from the fact that if you have got any sort of body of work, the robots have already looked at it. Like if it's in the public domain, even if it's a book, like they've taken every single book that's been written and they have read it, and you can turn to ChatGPT and say, hey, give me a summary of my book, Web Marketing That Works. It will give you a summary. Pick any book that you like, it's going to be able to do that. And so it's very easy for people just to go to ChatGPT and say, hey, act as, or say, you are my marketing coach, you're Adam Franklin, you're the author of Web Marketing That Works. Now, teach me how to do a marketing plan, or using Adam's methodology, teach me how to do a content plan, or do a content plan for me. And so we are all under the threat of ChatGPT knowing some of our body of work, but what we actually want to do is make our clients or our paying community have access to our own proprietary GPTs, so that it's better than just like the generic ChatGPT of what it can find about you out there on the internet, but you have got your own library of GPTs so that people can do all of the things that they need to through GPTs that you have released. Because that way, too, people expect a level of response time now. And no matter who you are, you cannot be giving instant responses 24/7. All right, so what I teach clients to do is to create GPTs so that if people have a question or something they want help with, they can go to one of your GPTs, they can ask it, and it's going to coach them or consult to them or advise them much like, well, exactly like you would do. And then when it does come to daytime hours or a Zoom call or a coffee catch up or whatever, they can then bring that to you, and then you can advance that conversation much further and much faster than if you'd waited a day or 2 days or whatever to meet in person and go through that information. So it should be good enough so that it can replicate you. If you can do that, I think AI is going to be the wind in your sails. If you don't do that, I think AI is going to be the thing that probably topples you over. So love to know your thoughts. Where do you stand on all of that? My name's Adam Franklin. If you'd like to work with me, there's links around here and we can have a conversation about that sometime soon. Cheers.